Stylistically, who do you favor in that fight?
Devin Haney.
Yeah,
Stylistically, the fight favors Devin Haney. Now, just because a fight stylistically favors you, that don't mean that you
that
can't
you win.
win. That's not my pick, but stylistically, Devin has a major advantage over Regis. Regis has these short little arms, and he does a lot to get out of the way of punches. He's like an inside clever um, uh, mid-range fighter, and he does a lot of old school stuff, and it's all cool. He would be like a great bare knuckle kind of guy or street fighter. But Devin has this long rangy jab. It's constant. He has tremendous conditioning, um, and he'll be able to put Regis in different spots, with his jab, and not get trapped in the on the ropes. Devin knows how to keep the fight in the center of the ring. Also, going 12 rounds with Loma, whether you thought he won or lost, is a great experience for a young fighter. And then he responded like a champion. He didn't give, he didn't break. The decision went his way. It was a tremendous fight, and he got the southpaw experience. And if you look at Loma and look at Regis, they both kind of built alike in terms of not being that tall, both with the short arms, both with the mid-range stuff. They don't really fight alike, but they got like a similar build, although Regis is a lot bigger. But Regis don't have Loma's pedigree, and he don't have his jab. And
Or his footwork.
yes, and Loma was able to do things to Devin that I don't know if Regis will be able to do. Um, and coming off of his last performance, Regis is going to have to turn the perception of him around. He's going to have to deal with everybody saying negative stuff about him on social media. Everybody's saying that he slipped, his age, this, that, and the other. He's going to have really high self-esteem to deal with the backlash of that last fight. And Devin is riding high because Devin got the decision versus Loma. Again, whether you think he won or he lost, he responded like a champion. And I just think that a lot of things are in Devin's favor in this fight. But I think Regis is an excellent fighter. I like his coach. I think his name Bobby something. That guy is good. He's a good coach. I could tell a good coach when I see one. But they're gonna have to make some adjustments because Regis do a lot of slipping and sliding and contorting his body, and Devin will just stay back and just pop him with his jab and just get around the ring and win a decision. I don't know if he could stop. Anybody could be stopped, but I think that Devin, if he fights for a decision in this fight and not overly engage Regis, I think that the fight favors him a great deal stylistically. And plus, he's about 10 years younger, and that's a real thing. That's a real thing. That's 10 extra. I know Regis don't have a lot of fights, but he's still about 34. Devin's about 24. The reflexes and everything is just different. So um, I think the fight favors Devin stylistically.
Do you think that it's just Regis with a puncher's chance in this fight?
No, Regis is clever. He knows how to do things. I don't think he's like a big one punch guy. He's more of a wear you down kind of guy. Like he got like hard fists, but it's not like boom and you sleep like Tommy Hearns. It's not like that. It's more like he can beat you up. He's one of those guys I call a hard fisted guy, where he constantly hit you. It's like dropping water on the concrete. Next thing you know, the concrete crack. So I just think he would have to his feet. He would have to get it. Loma has master feet. So even though he's a little older and a little smaller than these guys, his boxing acumen allows him to be able to fight guys like Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez. Most people in boxing not even taking these kind of fights when they get Loma's age, coming from the weights that he come from. So he's a, regardless of what these fans trying to say, that's a special fighter. Loma and Teofimo and Devin may not say it because they're his contemporaries and they gotta fight him. But he's a special fighter. When you get in the ring with him, you know, like, wow, he's a little bit different than the stuff that I'm going up against. So Regis will have to work on his feet. He will have to be able to close the distance. He's gonna have to find a way to neutralize Devin's jab. Devin got arguably the best jab in boxing. Loma was able to neutralize his jab a little bit, but Regis ain't Loma. Loma won 2 gold medals, man. That pedigree means a lot as far as scoring points is concerned. Regis got his work cut out for him. He's gonna have to be in dog shape. He can't wait on Devin. He's gonna have to find a way to close the distance. Devin's gonna be able to do a lot of stuff at range, and Regis is gonna have to figure out, how to uh, how to break that range. I think Devin got maybe a 73-inch reach. He got really really long arms for a lightweight, and
Mm-hmm.
Regis is kind of stoutly built. So he's gonna have to, like I said, break the range, use his feet, get past Devin's jab. He's gonna have to put a hurt on Devin, you know. And those heavy hands are gonna have to come into play. He got his work cut out for him. If I'm Regis, I got to start getting sharp now, dealing with this kid. It's going to be a lot for him to overcome, just stylistically with the speed and the length and how Regis fights. Regis, uh, what would be a great fight? Regis and Gary Antoine Russell,
Antoine Russell.
because stylistically it's easier for Regis to get stuff going. Now Antoine Russell's a monster. I'm not saying he probably could beat everybody at 140, but I'm just talking about the stylistic part of Devin could jab and move Regis around the ring, and then it'll look like that he's way better than him, but it's just a bad style kind of matchup for him. If you see what I'm trying to say, to overcome a style matchup, you got to be a great fighter. You just gotta, like, when a guy has a style advantage over you, but you still can overcome it, you special, man. Like Juan Manuel Marquez beat Derek Gainer a lot of years ago. But Derek Gainer's an awful style for a counter punching guy like Marquez that waits. But Marquez adjusted and beat Derek Gainer, pretty easily. Ray Leonard and Tommy Hearns is both boxers. But when they fight, Ray Leonard got to be the presser and he got to be the puncher in the fight. And he did that. You know what I'm saying? Style. You understand what I'm saying by that? So stylistically, if you could overcome a guy that gives you fits, that is like James Toney, Michael Nunn. Michael Nunn is a stylistic nightmare for James Toney. A southpaw with quick hands that can move, that can get behind James Toney's shoulder when he's shoulder rolling, and picking at James Toney without overcommitting, and James Toney still wins. That's what we gonna need out of Regis that night if he can overcome Devin. A long, tall jabber with great conditioning, a great lead hand, a pure boxer, a lot younger. He's gonna have to overcome that. It's gonna be very difficult, but not impossible. Regis might have to channel his inner Marvin Hagler and just go right at him.
Mm.
Like, I'm not gonna just sit out here and just get picked apart all night. I'm gonna come right at you like a savage, and we're gonna find out what you got. I don't know what
Yeah.
kind of style he's gonna fight. There's only one Marvin Hagler.
True.
We gotta see. He's from up your area, man. So
Mm-hmm.
we gotta see. I love the fact that they, fighting each other though, man. This is what boxing is all about.
Yeah.